Hello. I have truly ascended. This is what happens when you finally learn how to sculpt dinosaurs. Okay, but for real though, let me set up the light. I know it's not the best setup, but it's most important you can see me. It's still better than that shitty webcam. Yeah, but let's start doing the Protoceratops. Let me load up the reference real quick. Hope you'll excuse me that I'm just a bit late. I should have set it up earlier, but Control C and then paste. Okay. Let's get into sculpting, shall we? So, symmetry, and also tell me if you can hear me. It'd be greatly appreciated. I just need to check if the chat is working. Okay. So, side, yes, side. Yeah, ceratopsians are a bit tricky to get. You just need to think a bit differently than you would. God damn it. Okay. Than you would have. Come on. Okay, it's charging now. Yeah, that than you would have if you were to sculpt a, I don't know, a theropod dinosaur. So definitely you need to show the frill. Just the basic stuff. Stream is already absolute cinema. Thank you. Hello, I love curry. Yes. So we got a Protoceratops, and I'm gonna try and sculpt just with this one reference. We'll see how it goes. Probably terribly, but sometimes you gotta challenge yourself. And here is where the eye would be. Okay, I think this gives a bit outwards. It's pretty huge, that cheek spike. I mean, it's this is actually cheekbone, but for some reason it has evolved in a weird way. Oh, hello, fucking 3. Damn, I didn't get a chat from Twitch for a long time. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm happy that I can sculpt dinosaurs today with you guys. Okay. Thanks for telling me. Dude, you're quite talented. Thank you so much. It's mostly practice. It's like it's kind of funny because you say it's mostly practice. It's the same with gym. Like those who say, yeah, it's mostly just diet. But yeah, anyways, I really appreciate it. But yeah, genuinely, it's just practice, but not just doing it for the sake of it. It's more like trying to be present and seeing, okay, like I'm bad at doing ice. That's the case for me. You just practice it. Try to look at other people's sculpts, ask people who are smarter than you. I had a couple of questions. I'm looking for help for my sculpture I'm building. Yeah, of course. I'll be happy to answer. I think the beak is a bit slimmer. Yeah, okay. Do you know anything about Warhammer 40k? Yeah, it's the mech. I don't know if mech, but these soldiers in space. Space Marines. Yeah, a little bit. Are you making sculpts of these characters? Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty badass, I have to say. I love the universe. Yeah. Probably something like this for the neck. I'm playing Tyranid, so there are aliens, and I'm trying to make a 14-inch by 16-inch model for my class. Thank you. I'm not sure what that sound is, but I believe it's follow. So, thank you. Okay. Hey, nice. Appreciate it. Hawking. Oh, that is interesting. The jaw is sickled. All right. Yeah. What's up with that sculpture? Is it gonna be 3D printed, or is it like a sculpture in clay? Yeah. So it's a huge model. I'm trying to make it out of multiple. Oh, a regular clay. Okay. Aluminum wings. Damn. Hot glue rib cage. Okay. Okay, clay need to put in a kiln. Okay. I need and mold. Right, that's for the body and the base. Okay, so I personally know much about sculpting digitally. Picture a dragon. Okay. Yeah, so I know some about digitally, but I haven't ever tried regular traditional sculpture, but some knowledge probably transfers from one to another. So yeah, you can ask the question if you want, but just saying. If it's a technical question, then I'm not sure. Okay, so you're making a dragon. I'm also just looking for what you think about my plan so far. So yeah, I don't know too much about the technical stuff, like what materials to use, because I have to yet to make my first, oh, not first, but a proper sculpture. Um, yeah, I mean, it's sounds good. I don't know who you could ask about the plan, who has some expertise in that. I personally don't know like regular sculptors. Traditional, I mean. Hmm. It's called a Harridan. Okay, Harridan. Oh, Harridan. Harridan. Or wait. Oh, holy. That is pretty badass. Okay. 16 by 17 inch. Okay, so how much is it? Centimeters. 40 centimeters. Okay, 17. Yo, that's gonna be huge. Going for 100% for this project. Okay, nice. Yeah, that sounds super exciting. Not gonna lie. Have you sculpted something before? I'm locking in. Yeah, that's all that I know. It's probably gonna take some time. Can I flip this image? Oh, flip vertically? No. Check now. Flip horizontally. I have to get the grade up. Yeah, I made a drag on my last unit, but it wasn't floating, it was more standing. Yeah, that's interesting. Floating. That can be a challenge. Because here in 3D you can pretty much make anything work because it's virtual. But making something that you can touch and it's in the real world, that's more of a challenge. Yeah, it's super badass. Okay, this would go like that. Probably some bony stuff. I'm in the official Warhammer 40k server and got someone to post some pictures of his Harridan. So I'm trying to use that as a reference. So that's like an endgame. Wait. Harridan. I mean, you could also. You could go in game, right? And then screenshot this guy. Harridan. Or you do not get any more angles on this guy because the more reference you have, it's okay. I was thinking of a video game. Oh, well, in that case, yeah, so the more angles you have, the easier it's gonna be. So the reference doesn't pictures. Yeah, so most importantly, you want to have front, side, top, probably bottom, back, and 3/4 view from the side, kinda. That's how I would approach it. And yeah, consistent lighting and the camera. I mean, probably the photos were taken with the same camera, so. Yeah. I would say that's about it. I don't know how long does it take. How long did it take you to create that dragon you've made last unit? Oh, 2.5 weeks. That's interesting. Yeah, that's a pretty big project. Yeah, but some people tend to take too much time on their projects. But yeah, 3 weeks is reasonable for a project this size. Floating, probably harder. At least I'm guessing. Okay, squirrels. Yeah, probably for the anatomy. Like I'm thinking what can help you out. You want to look at lizards and just reptiles overall. Yeah, making it, but the entire thing is a lot longer because you need to let the clay sit, then let it cook. Oh yeah, right, yes. Let him cook. Okay, no, okay, maybe let's not do the eyes just yet. Yeah, right. That takes time. So you are in an art school, is that correct? Okay, those cheeks probably would be present in this guy. 1 gazillion out of 10. Yeah, something like that. Hey, that's pretty cool. I was thinking about going to an art school. But I'm not sure if they actually like would teach me 3D. I mean, I am from Poland, and there isn't like exactly a major that is called like 3D sculpt. I mean, there is something about 3D, yes. Probably it's gonna be about modeling, not too much about stuff doing stuff for games. So I decided to stick with, yeah, in Canada, US, you probably have more. I mean, in Poland, you do have studios. You know, the famous CD Project Red, who made Cyberpunk and what else? Witcher, and then some other cool games that are pretty popular. So I was more thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna try my best for now. And I'm gonna try to apply for some studios. If that goes horribly, well, at least I will know that I've tried. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I do have some friends who are, you know, big time into 3D, meaning they have quite a lot of experience in the field. So that's a nice thing. And, you know, I don't know if you've checked on my YouTube channels, I have interviewed some people, professional artists, and they say that they've learned more on their own from YouTube and courses than from the art school, which is a bit surprising and concerning at the same time. Like not last, but the guest before, he has like a bachelor's degree in design, I think. And he says that he learned more from, doing more stuff on his own, which, you know, got me thinking. Yeah, of course. No problem. Oh, well, now I can see what it is, but let me check chat real quick. Okay, let's see. I need to make the sound quiet. See what. Okay. Yeah, right. Are you gonna paint it, by the way? Yeah, it's like a mechanic dragon. Pretty badass. Yeah, I'm doing the alien from Alien Paint scheme. Hirant Harridan. I wanna try traditional sculpting one day. Does the clay actually stink? Because I heard from my friend that I don't know, probably not all types, but some types just stink a lot because you need to use some. You need to slip and score it. Yeah, some of these just stink. But yeah, that's not much of a roadblock for me. I'm fine with it because it's if I enjoy digital, then I enjoy the traditional. Yeah, you're good with the computer. I'm good with my hands. You're all good at something. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, but can you imagine, like, me and my friends were thinking about it. The in the ancient times, when people would make these stone carvings, those stone sculptures, there's no undo. You cannot take away clay because it's made entirely in a rock, in marble, right? So you need crazy precision and confidence in pretty much every single one of your moves. You need to think a lot about it. I've seen some Italian guy on YouTube making these crazy sculptures. They were making that by smashing rock versus rock. I'm not sure. There are these tools. That I mean kinda rock. Yeah, it's probably from iron, like a melt from iron. Yeah, but they have these tools. I need to be crazy detailed. Like, who was that? Not Da Vinci. Da Vinci wouldn't sculpt that much. But basically, like, he made that crazy detail on the forearm. Um, when you put it in an exact spot, you see that one muscle that is visible, which is crazy with education anatomy. Yeah. I have Discord. Wait, let me send it on the chat real quick. Yeah, so on the server, there's more mainly like dinosaur stuff, but you are free to post progress on your sculpt. Like, don't shy away from it. I am totally invested in your work. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so what would you recommend for a beginner trying to get into traditional sculpting? Like, what type of clay should I buy? Because I'm like complete noob when it comes to this. I think I'm going a bit too low, too high poly on this. Oh, let's go. Hmm. Oh, hello, guys. Hello, Juan, David, and Zoro FG. I think I made the neck a bit too thick. How are you guys? Hmm. Probably I need to give him make the eyes a bit you know, to the sides, not to the front. It will be more like a horse. I was also trying to make it so I could take parts each part, so the tail, body, head, the wings, and the base will all be one piece, you know? Okay. It's gonna be the hardest part. Okay. Yeah. I don't know about the technical parts, but that sounds challenging. Oh, for transportation. Yeah, right. Let's get this. Oh, I don't like how it looks, but okay, it's a challenge. See without the reference to the side and just one. I'm also trying to paint it since it's such a big model. I'm trying to make it be able to take it apart and put it back together. Yeah, yeah, that sounds very, very cool. Okay, let's join it and see what happens. Symmetrize it. Yeah, but that's an insane project. So when is the deadline for it? You said it took you like 2-3 weeks last time, but okay. 3 weeks, yeah. No, okay, possibly more. Yeah, yeah, right. Oh boy, yeah, I went too fast, too high poly. That's actually what most people do. They just wanna go straight to the details. And they miss the important part, which is blocking out and, you know, spending time on these things. That is looking assembled. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, the planning. Kind of the planning. You know, like most people would just join it and then go ultra low, high poly, I mean. Something like this, and then hope my PC doesn't explode. But you know, they would probably jump straight into, oh boy, yeah, detailing and adding wrinkles to the eyes, which is not good because you have less control over the forms. Yes, yes. Glad you understand that. You're ahead of like 80% of people, including me when I was starting out. Okay, I give up. I wanna get some more reference. This is a lot of experimentation here going on, and it doesn't give you much. What's it called? Protoceratops. Yeah. Hey, what would you suggest for a base for that model? I'm trying to make it custom yet unique, but also easy enough to shape and build out of clay. Could you make a base for me if you need something else to do, please? I mean, I can try to make a base, yeah. My front view, yes. But tell me, why is it? Yeah. I can try and do it, but nothing like crazy detailed. It doesn't need to be scale. Just sort of, yeah, of course, no problem. Yeah, of course. Oh, this is. Oh, right. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, actually. What's it called again? Harridan. Flying dragon. So how does it work? Was it like, did it begin just from a like a drawing, or was it a model at first? Because I know like Warhammer, it can be a video game, can be, you know, what's it called, like a game, I forgot the word. But it can also be a card game, as I can see here. What was the first idea behind it? Yeah, there are a couple Warhammer games, but the main one is the battle game. Yeah, with miniatures. So it was a miniature at first. Yeah. That's what I meant, but I forgot the word for it. A board game, yes. Board game. That's it. That's the word I was missing. Yeah, I know that there are a lot of, maybe not a lot, but there are some people who make a living out of selling this 3D printable Warhammer toys, and it's kind of illegal, but at the same time, the Warhammer allows it because it promotes the game, which is interesting. Do you stream every day, or what's your schedule? Um, no, it's every day, not every day, every week. Friday, 7 p.m. Central European time +2. So basically, when you joined, I start at the time and scout for around an hour. But yeah, something like that. Yeah, let's make the frills. I see if I can make some more streams. Oh, so you stream as well? Or can you make it to the stream? No, like join your stream, buddy. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. How did you find the stream, by the way? Like, have you seen my content before? Or you just, it's randomly popped? I'm curious, honestly. I do not get many viewers from Twitch. I have like 7 followers, 6 followers. I set up sculpting because I wanted sculpting advice. Okay. And there you were. So as a stream or channel? Okay, some jaw muscles. That's more like it. Protoceratops. Oh yeah. There were others, but they either had too many viewers, so we couldn't ask away, and others were not doing sculpting exactly. Okay. So I came across you and said, "Oh, what the heck? Let's go." Yeah, appreciate that. I'm glad I did. You recorded. Oh, thank you so much. Have you seen like people sculpting? I mean, traditionally on lives? Because I never really looked for that, honestly. Yeah, that's a pretty rare thing. Like if I ever get into traditional, I'd consider sculpting. Making sculpting streams traditionally. This is the first ever sculpting stream I've ever joined. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, thank you. I love curry. Appreciate that. Okay, that's looking more and more dinosaurish. That's looking so good. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's pretty challenging to do it without reference in the background. I usually do that. I just put out something different in the background, and I just use grab brush to move stuff around. But This time I said, why not? Let's just challenge myself and my perception. Whoa, okay, here it's absolutely huge. That's always good to do. Yeah. So before I got into sculpting dinosaurs, let me turn down the music just a bit. I would sculpt humans. So usually there I don't put reference in the background. I just like to learn the proportions and stuff. So, but for the dinosaurs, I just learned from other people that it's better off if you put something in the background, but at the same time, you are not training your perception that much. But I think that traditionally you can also put something in the background, right? Like a printed image of a whatever, a beast or a human or a car. And you don't get better by going half-fast. When you try harder than the last time, 100% goes to 100 to 10, then sooner or later you'll be 2 times better at what you are trying for. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so the big problem can be not to half-ass it. For many people, including me, sometimes I just wanna be done with that sculpt. And, you know, I just do it for the sake of it. So yeah, that can be challenging, but at the end of the day, what is your goal? Just do stuff fast. Yeah, if that stuff happens often to you, you're just half-assing it, probably it's not for you because you're not enjoying the process. With your half-ass sometimes it's okay, but for big things you should always try. Yeah. It depends, yeah, on the scale of the project, and I don't know, you might have a deadline and it's better to finish it than not finish it. Will you be painting the model? Maybe, you know, maybe. We got 17 more minutes, so if this model looks decent, from like 10 minutes from now, I will paint it really quickly. Yeah, here's the thing. you don't get dirty in 3D, which is nicer. You don't need to pay for the materials, which, you know, can be nice. You just boot up your PC, but at the same time, honestly, like, the music should be more quiet. Yeah, but it's also nice to do something in the real world. I don't know if you can relate to that. Getting your hands dirty, like whether you are using these markers, whatever. I have a pack of few, and they always make a big mess. Like my table would get very colorful because of them. I would need to use like alcohol to basically get rid of those paintings on my table. So yeah, it's sometimes it's nice to do this stuff. But yeah, but I'm not alone in this. I've built a shed and patio on top of a driveway expansion project. Wait, that was like a miniature or? Oh, damn. Ah, okay, okay, okay. I thought we were still in the topic of miniatures. Ah, okay. I see. Yeah, I got my hands dirty um because I study geology, and sometimes you deal with, well, if you go to the mm, what's it called, like go outside as a mm, I'm running out of words for some reason. But basically we have some practice in the terrain outside, and yeah, you basically grab a hammer and you look for stuff. Which is, you know, welcome, but at the same time i'm I'm more of a, I'm not that much of an outdoor person, but I love being in the nature from time to time as well. If you could see a dinosaur alive, what would it be? Yeah, no, not a meat eater. Yeah, me too, me too. Uh, hmm, what dinosaur? I mean, it'd be pretty cool to see T-Rex, but depends. If it was in a cage, a secure one, of course, or would it be just roaming in my local park? If in local park, then probably some cute dinosaur like a compy or whatever, like a small one. It just wouldn't do, the one that wouldn't do too much damage. Okay, let's spend too much time on the skull. Let's add some anatomy to it. Yes, I would say that. What about you? One. Mm. Okay, so this is that muscle. Yeah, I'm not doing it from imagination. Don't worry, I'm not a um person that remembers everything. Have a reference in the background. Yeah, probably that's enough. Mm, what else? What else? Is there a top view for the skull? Yes, there is. Okay. So it goes like that and to the sides. I think I could join all of these things together now. I can go lower with the remesh value, so I have more resolution. Okay. let's take a look. Okay, so this is moved out. And then this is can oh right, symmetry. Yeah, here's the thing also. You can symmetrize easily and you just do one side and the other is automatically applied to the other. Or not if you forget to turn on symmetry. But if you if you draw or sculpt in the real world, yeah, you need to remember. I even have this like tendency whenever I would draw, I would just do one side, like subconsciously. And then I'd be surprised. Whoa, I need to make the other eye. I need to make the other hand, whatever. Especially hand because hands are difficult. Mm. Yeah, always. It's always about the eyes. They are sometimes are called the window to the soul. So you need to pay attention to eyes, whether you are drawing, sculpting, painting. Extra attention needs to go there. I was thinking about doing a volcano out of clay for the base. Okay. For the dragon. Then it wouldn't be floating, it'd be just resting on a piece of rock. Okay, I think the eye is a bit more circular. Hmm. Okay, yeah, well, I mean, you have 3 weeks, you can spend a few days figuring out what you want to do exactly, how you want to for it to turn out. Yes, it would have the middle almost like a boat, so it would sit in there. Hmm, like in the lava. Hmm, that's an interesting idea. Oh yeah. Yeah, also what you wanna conduct is in your art piece is sell a story to the viewer, consumer, however you wanna call this person. Not just a regular example, a scientific example of a creature. Yeah, kind of like a little story you wanna tell it. This really uh makes the work more interesting overall. Okay, so I think that's about as much as I do for the sculpt. Just few more tweaks. Yeah, thank you once again. Mm, yeah, that's interesting to the different method without the reference. But I like it because you have more freedom. And more is for you to interpret. Okay. Okay, maybe this just a teeny tiny bit more. Wicked. Yeah, of course. Now he looks kind of worried. Like this. What could I call you? Is Opal okay? Like the star Opal. Yeah, I mean the original. Yeah, that's fine. The original idea behind the username is there's this cool effect which is called opalescence, which is opal, not essence, but AECENCE, opalescence. But I think there's a name for a I don't know, like a toothbrush, whatever. So I decided not to stick with it. But also essence, because I try to teach like the most important things about sculpting dinos. So yeah, that's what I stick with. Star Opal. I didn't know there was a star called Opal. Okay, join. No, like the best of all. Okay, in that mean, okay, I get it. Okay, okay, that's maybe I could stylize it a bit since it is a speed sculpt. I'm not gonna do any scales or anything of that sort. Paint, and let's try some colors. I'm glad we could bring a smile to each other's faces. You made my day, so truly thank you, buddy. Yeah, likewise. It it's really fun chatting with you. I really do appreciate it, and yeah, share some progress on the sculpt when you get into it. Okay, now perhaps some orange-ish. All right, great. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish the painting part. I messaged you on Discord with my Twitch username, so you know what my Discord is. All right, great. Yeah, I've seen you send some messages. I'm gonna check them afterwards. So after the stream. Mm, there's some white here. Hmm. Have you ever seen the Ghostbusters movie? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. What's up with it? Didn't you give one of those mini marshmallows? Oh, right. The Michelin Man. Thank you, I love curry. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Stay puff, man. Okay, then maybe we could get some finer details. Just like this. And then maybe that. And then some like that. Oh, and there's some orange. I mean lighter orange. So maybe let's blend it somewhere here. And then let's just really quickly do the eye. Bam. And then that little spark of light. I mean reflection. Alright, it looks stylized for some reason. But that's okay. For 1 hour